No matter how hard we try to be careful and precise, sometimes we fail. We all make mistakes every once in a while. Some of these mistakes can be corrected very easily. However, some are very serious, sometimes expensive, and life-threatening. Architecture and construction are some of those fields where even a minimal inaccuracy can end up calamitous. How many such mistakes do you think have happened in the world, and how much did they cost? Well, hopefully there weren't many, but we will see now. Welcome back to the Future Lux channel. Today we will talk about the top 5 most expensive construction mistakes in the world, what caused them, and how much the correction cost. Firstly, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and press the notification button to not miss more videos like this. If you've done all this, we can get started. Number 1. Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington. In the state of Washington, USA, spanned across the Tacoma Narrows Strait, a twin suspension bridge known as the Tacoma Narrows Bridge was built in 1940. During its time, it was the third largest suspension bridge and the very first cable suspension bridge to incorporate a series of plate girders as roadbed support. The entire overall construction cost was estimated to be about $6 million, and considering today's value with inflation, it is equivalent to $1 billion. However, the bridge that all that money was spent upon lasted only 4 months and 7 days. Due to engineering flaws, in dangerous winds, the bridge would dangerously buckle, and swaying could be seen even with normal winds. On the day of its collapse, the speed of the winds was about 19 meters per second, and primarily due to aeroelastic flutter, both halves of the bridge twisted in opposite directions, causing it to collapse into the river. Fortunately, no human life was harmed. This engineering flaw became a popular topic to date, and post-investigation brought in a new theory for construction: wind theory oscillations. Number 2. Lotus Riverside Disaster. Lotus Riverside is a residential complex located in Shanghai. At 5:40 a.m. on June 27, 2009, Shanghai was shocked out of its slumber by the sound of a 13-story tower block crashing to the ground. An investigation report revealed the collapse had been caused by the foundations being undermined by a combination of dugout soil being piled 10 meters high against one side and the digging of a 4.6-meter deep underground car park on the other. Though most people evacuated in time, a migrant worker who entered the doomed building to collect his tools was killed in the collapse, which lies on the side, and with its doors and windows almost intact, it is a shocking sight. The developers faced losses of up to $30 million as compensation to the homeowners, as well as construction expenses. If you only saw a picture of the ruined building, you would be amazed. Number 3. The Walkie-Talkie turned Walkie-Scorchy. 20 Fenchurch Street is a commercial structure in London nicknamed the Walkie-Talkie due to its unusual shape. Completed in 2014, the 34-floor building was designed by Uruguayan architect Rafael Vinoli. It cost over £200 million. The expensive skyscraper revealed itself to be an expensive construction mistake. The building's glass facade and its radian resulted in the structure being an enormous concave mirror, reflecting sunlight onto the street in front for about 2 hours a day. Due to the extreme heat of about 72 Celsius, there have been reports of cracking tiles, charred carpets, and melting of paint and even cars. These incidents brought another name to the tower, the Walkie-Scorchy. A sunscreen was placed across its curved face to reduce the glare, but fixing this architectural mistake cost about £10 million. Number 4. Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is adored across the globe, but even though you can't tell from the look of it, it ranks as one of the world's failed projects in terms of planning as well as construction. The structure was supposed to be completed in 4 years with a budget of $7 million Australian dollars, but instead took 14 years at a total cost of $14 million Australian dollars. Along with this, the Opera House ended up becoming a place where the musicians couldn't hear their music due to acoustical flaws, as well as improper planning. The Opera House and stage production halls somehow were switched and housed wrong, leading to another high expense of nearly 300 million Australian dollars to rectify the acoustics. Despite being such an excellent example of what not to do, project management professionals continue to follow the dubious lead of the people who built the Opera House. In a 2015 survey by Raconteur, the top 3 reasons for the failed project were changes in organizational priorities, inaccurate estimates of project requirements, and changes in the project's objectives. Fortunately, some mistakes can be corrected with the help of today's technology and techniques. Even though those mistakes cost a fortune, people are ready to correct them. Number 5. Seongsu Bridge Collapse. In 1994, the central section of the Seongsu Bridge, located in Seoul, collapsed into the Han River on the morning of October 21st. A total of 32 people died and 17 were injured in the accident. This bridge had 4-lane roads of 1,160.8 meters in length and 19.4 meters in width. The bridge was designed to take on a load of 36.3 tons per car, but vehicles of 47.3 tons would commute using the bridge as well. With the bridge taking on extra load combined with an engineering flaw discovered in certain joints post-investigation, it cost the State Council $185,000 to compensate for the lives tragically lost, along with $2 million worth of repairs. Later on, it was also discovered that a couple of repairs and scheduled maintenance were not followed through. Can you just imagine the panic of the people who were on the bridge at the time of the demolition? Creepy, isn't it? Mistakes are a part of us, aren't they? But can we sometimes be so careless as to make a mistake that is not so easily corrective? And not cheap either. So, what are your most costly mistakes? I hope you don't have many. Anyway, what do you think of these most costly mistakes around the world we've talked about in today's video? Tell us in the comments your opinion, because we'd like to hear it. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like and the bell to not miss more videos. In the meantime, watch out for your mistakes, and see you soon.